That's why instead of using using common sense, we are using condom sense. Yes, that's the truth. Ndivyo kuna mambo mengi sana. There are new ideologies about reproductive technology and reproductive science. That's why people are bombarded with the contraceptive mentality. Don't appreciate your motherhood. Don't appreciate your womanhood. Contracept. Go against that. But enjoy sex. Put any chemical or physical gadget on your body. Enjoy. But fear motherhood as you fear any other problem. Kwa sababu kuna wengine kama Askofu Arius walifundisha na wakasema ya kwamba Kristo hakuwa Mungu. He was just a human being like any other human being. Kuna mwingine pia akasema alikuwa ni Mungu lakini hakuwa mwanadamu. Ili kanisa liweze kuwa na msimamo, it was a declaration of faith. It was a declaration that an article of faith can be well defined. Ya kwamba ni mwana wa Mungu, kwa hivyo has divine nature, na pia aliweza kuchukua mwili wa kibinadamu. He took the chromosomes and genes from the body of a blessed mother. She was hakuwa kitu ambacho kinaonekana. Alikuwa anafundisha Yesu ni kama alikuwa na mwili kama wa pamba ama kitu kama karatasi ama nylon. Ndivyo hamba is true man and true God. Ndivyo Mary as a mother of God inatusaidia pia kuweza to declare and to profess our faith in two natures, the divine and human nature, without any confusion of faith, belief and creed. Ndivyo inatusaidia kuweza pia kumheshimu mama yetu. Na ndivyo tunakumbuka pale msalabani Yesu aliweza kuashiria this title. Wakati ambapo Yohane alikuwa pale msalabani, alimwambia tazama mama yako, na akaambia Bikira Maria tazama mwanao. Hivyo ndivyo we can get also another backup, a scriptural or biblical backup of why we talk about the motherhood of Mary. Ya kwamba sisi tuliweza kusimamiwa na Yohane pale chini ya msalaba na tukaambiwa tazama mama yako. Tunaambiwa tazama mama yenu. Katika hii safari ya maisha tunahitaji mama anayetuelekeza, anayetuelimisha, anayetulisha, anayetushauri. We need those qualities of a mother in our spiritual journey. Kwa hivyo hii sherehe ya Maria mama wa Mungu inatusaidia basi tuweze kukimbilia usaidizi wake, tuweze kukimbilia pia umama wake. We feel that we are not orphans, we are not just spiritual orphans. Tunatembea katika historia bila kuweza kujielewa na kuhisi ya kwamba tuna mkono wa mama anayetuelekeza katika maisha yetu ya kila siku. Jambo lingine ambalo mama kanisa kwa upana anatufundisha ni kuhusu umama, the gift of motherhood. Thus the current and the contemporary society is taking it as a disaster or as a problem to be avoided. Not quite a number of women who are out to appreciate motherhood. Ndivyo kuna mambo mengi sana. There are new ideologies about reproductive technology and reproductive science. That's why people are bombarded with the contraceptive mentality. Don't appreciate your motherhood. Don't appreciate your womanhood. Contracept. Go against that. But enjoy sex. Put any chemical or physical gadget on your body. Enjoy. But fear motherhood as you fear any other problem. That's why the church begins the year with presentation of her mother. She accepted motherhood. It's not a sickness to be a mother. It's not being uncivilized by accepting motherhood. But how many women are bombarded with neo-philosophies that it's wrong to be a mother? That's why instead of using common sense, we are using condom sense. Yes, that's the truth. Mary was betrothed to Joseph. She said yes. And to get a child outside wedlock, you will be stoned to death. She said yes. I take the risk. We want a comfortable life. We are not even aware of the dangers of using contraception, but we say yes. And more so in Africa. Our African women cannot question those people who are saying is reproductive health. It's presented so well that you cannot question. But you don't know the side effects of whatever. When the church speaks about it, right from 1968, when Pope Paul VI produced the first document, Human Vitae, there was sexual revolution in 1968, and the people said the church cannot control our bedrooms. But how many people have fallen victim of the sexual revolution and the contraceptive mentality, the population control of Malthus? Many people are in the grave. We are not interested in on whatever plan you have for your family, but a church is a voice of the people, is a voice of reason to give you a direction. Ukiamua vingine, you'll never blame. That's what Prophet Ezekiel was told. Waambieni ukweli. Waambie watu wangu ukweli. Ukiwaambia ukweli, umewaokoa. Usipowaambia ukweli, nitauliza damu yao mikononi mwako. Hukuwaambia ukweli. So that people can have informed decision. You make correct decision, and that you make an informed consent. You know the dangers, you know how things are, make a choice, you not blame the church. That's why when we begin with the year with this picture of divine motherhood, of this girl who accepted to be the mother of our Savior, we can be able to recover the beauty of motherhood. Yes, we have gone far as new reproductive technologies are concerned, about cloning, about genetic manipulation, how the nuclei, and it's not necessarily that something can be created out of the gametocytes and so forth. But over and above that, a human being cannot create a human soul. The issues of omics, the issues of cyborgs, Yes, they exist, but no single human being can create a human soul. Something that we have seen even in science fiction, things that are being done today in the laboratory, bioengineering, biotechnology in different sectors of life cannot replace the majesty of God and His preserve, that is creation of human soul. You can try to create zombies, the issue of robotics and other issues, but you cannot create a human soul. That's the domain of God. Inasmuch as we are brilliant, inasmuch as we are geniuses in different sciences, we cannot be able to replace God. That's why the divine motherhood of Jesus Christ, the divine motherhood that Jesus Christ was born and Mary accepted to be the mother, is a wake-up call to remember we are human. Inasmuch as we may be able to further many things in science and technologies, we remember we are human beings. Inasmuch as now we are talking about artificial intelligence or super intelligence. But for us to have artificial intelligence or super intelligence, we need the normal intelligence, the human intelligence that will be able to be used to manufacture or to navigate in the new era of super intelligence and artificial intelligence. Ndivyo kuzaliwa kwake Bwana wetu Yesu Kristo kunasaidia.